Since this bow is a takedown, you will need to attach the limbs using the included hex bolts and a key. Make sure not to tighten the limbs too much, just snug enough so that the limbs don't move, but not so snug that you have a tough time removing the bolts later. You will also need to string the bow before you can start shooting. How accurate and fast is the GameMaster 2? Hoyt GameMaster II Hoyt has never released an inferior product to my knowledge, and the GameMaster 2 is no exception. This bow features the exceptionally durable and ultra-slim tech riser, which absorbs vibration and eliminates bow hand torque like no other riser I've used, hence resulting in a very stable and accurate shot. The recommended brace height is 7 inches to 8 inches, which is very forgiving of form mistakes and helps prevent string wrist slap. The grip also deserves a mention, a very ergonomic and well-polished design. No palm blisters or feelings of discomfort at full draw. All your energy can be focused on hitting the target rather than making sure you can hold the bow comfortably. As far as speed goes, the design of the limbs and quality string included do a tremendous job at making sure all the energy stored within the limbs gets transferred to the arrow, with almost no residual energy to speak of. I have the 45 pounds version, and it shoots so fast I actually gasped the first time I shot it, even though I've handled many a 45 hash recurve before. If speed is what you're after, the GameMaster 2 will not disappoint you. Is this recurve bow suitable for hunting? Hoyt GameMaster II I consider this bow one of my personal holy trinity of hunting bows, the other two being the Hoyt Buffalo and Bear Grizzly. The riser is exceptionally slim and sturdy, making the bow very easy to maneuver in the woods and or a tree stand. Due to the quality of the string included and low vibration, highly efficient design of the limbs and riser, the bow delivers enough kinetic energy to harvest any game you choose to go after. Using my 45 hash version and expandable broadheads, I achieved a full arrow pass through on an elk from a good 35 yards away. Cape buffalo and even grizzly bear are well within this bow's reach as well, although you'll need a 50 to 55 pounds version for those really big animals. The bow will also withstand all sorts of weathers thanks to the materials used and the coating. Is this bow good for target practice? Just because their bow is so perfect for hunting doesn't mean it can't be used for target practice and 3D shooting. In fact, the design of the GameMaster 2 mimics that of Hoyt's competition's bows, since it's so very stable and accurate, smooth to draw and fast, comfortable to hold with zero side-to-side swaying of the limbs during release. Lightweight. It makes for an absolutely fantastic practice recurve, even for competition use and for targets as far as 60 plus yards away. Is the Hoyt GameMaster 2 suitable for beginners? Hoyt GameMaster II This bow is a fantastic choice for both beginners and advanced archers. Beginners will enjoy it because high brace height makes learning shooting technique easy and non-stressful. Quality handle means you can focus your attention on what matters, stance, form, rather than being distracted by an uncomfortable grip. Pretty much non-existent vibration takes the bow out of the equation when aiming. In other words, the bow's mechanics and design will not interfere with your aim, allowing you to pitch arrows consistently and properly assess your skill level and form inconsistencies. Its lightweight makes it relatively easy to hold for prolonged hours without fatiguing the muscles, which comes in handy during those long practice sessions at the range. If you're a beginner and the bow fits your budget, I highly recommend giving it a go. If you're looking for something cheaper though, here's a list of affordable beginner recurve bows. Does this recurve accept accessories? Absolutely. I didn't install any, but the bow is drilled and ready to accept a stabilizer, a recurve bow sight, or an arrow quiver. Personally, I prefer shooting without any accessories, but this is of course a matter of taste. Arrows for the GameMaster 2. The type of arrows you should use will depend on what draw weight you get, your draw length, your purposes, hunting or target practice. Please read our guide to choosing arrows for a recurve bow. It will help you make a decision. Is this bow comfortable to hold? I find it to be one of the most comfortable recurve bows I've ever shot. Both the grip and the design of the riser contribute towards that. No part of the handle digs into the palm at full draw. Blisters won't be a problem, and the handle even manages to stay somewhat warm, helping you in somewhat colder weather conditions. Additionally, the grip can be detached, which means you can replace it for another one from Hoyt's line of bow grips. It attaches to the riser via a regular Allen bolt. Materials and durability. Riser limbs. The limbs have a wooden core and are fairly short, and are attached to the riser using one hex bolt each. Keep in mind that the limb's real weight is actually slightly higher than advertised, so if you get a 45 hash version, you're actually getting closer to 47 to 48 pounds. The bridged ultralight tech riser is what gives this bow the distinctive look it has. This metal riser is both exceptionally lightweight and incredibly durable. The bridged design contributes towards reducing vibration and minimizing grip torque. As mentioned earlier, the handle on the riser can be unscrewed, so you can replace it for a differently shaped handle if you need to. This riser is in fact so tough that it can withstand up to 1000 instances of dry firing without any damage occurring. Just please don't try this at home, as the limbs won't survive it. What string fits the Hoyt GameMaster 2? Any string will fit just fine. The limbs are reinforced to accept fast flight strings, and the package already includes a Flemish FF string. 14 strand. One of the most durable and fastest strings you can have on a recurve bow. You'll likely be able to shoot at least 17,000 to 20,000 arrows before you even need to consider buying a replacement string. When you do decide to buy one though, remember it has to fit the length of the GameMaster 2, 62 inches. Is the GameMaster 2 a heavy bow? This bow weighs roughly 2.9 pounds without any accessories installed. Considering there are many recurve bows that weigh 3.2 pounds or more, I'd say this one is pretty lightweight or, in a worst case scenario, average in weight. Thanks to the unique design of the riser though, this weight is distributed very evenly across the length of the entire bow, making it feel even lighter than it actually is. How loud is the GameMaster 2? Even when shooting the bow bare, it's one of the quietest recurves I've shot in a while. Though you'll hear somewhat of a buzz after each shot. You can of course get some extra string silencers or a bow stabilizer, but I really don't feel it's necessary on the GameMaster 2. There's a hidden advantage here for the hunter by the way. Other bows that